the appropriate type of environmental people their jobs, how to engage and retain their members, relationship, engagement and retention, the effect of good retention on them. Thank you, sir. Now, obviously, am I so glad? I think, thank you. So those are the learning objectives, because it's a problem that, please, all of us here are leaders. No way. You don't look back to your thought today, or tomorrow, or the next week, next week, to say a few things that we can learn here. Then don't go back to your work, that means you just come to really waste your time. So they are depending on you to come and bring something back home at what you learn. So you all need that certificate. So you have to get your phone, you all represent your phone at least. So those are the objectives that you must not attack their computer members, you must not engage and maintain them. Now you see before, we talk about recruitment, engagement and extension. But look at that, we don't talk about that retention, that way you get it. So they're now emphasizing more engagement. That's also you can retain your members. You want to engage them, you have to feel a part of it, you have to know that they are not just a number in that world. They are really considered as somebody important and their views are taken into consideration. And so I think that please, nobody is small, nobody is young, nobody is volunteer informed by you. Please don't say such words to them. You discourage them. So let's stop all that. When did this project do? When did this one? We should be especially our old ones. They are not saying that discourages and some of them will out of it after them. Now, on the introduction, I said the first thing is self-analysis and understanding of the level to attract new members. Now, all the days, once you are attracting new members, first thing is you want to be sure what the kind of member we need now. Because you want to be sure that you make that what are the kind of members you have now. If all your members are all 50, you know that your work is very dying for. It is true. You know, by the time you start going for open work, you don't have many members again in the court. America, they think I join you online, don't think I've seen them when they are used to. So you then have to start every day. You are going to do, and they are attacking that people. For the sake of this law, like I said, most membership satisfaction survey. That's a tool you can use to know what your members like and what they don't like. So that I can then decide to come and negotiate something and act with it. Now, what is that? You need to know how your work stands. Yes, that's true. How do that work stand? With the health of our thought, I already give you the input. What is it? Right? Yes, somebody said, no, she was aware of it. Let's put somebody in there. The two, to access the you can use them are poor. How was our economy are poor? It's a poor really feed themselves to grocery. Then the young people to know someone wants to do, what wants to do. And do the work. So when we give you that kind of answer, then you look at it and see what we do. So just to where you now as a club, have you ever sat down and say, what really attractive to your club? Once you don't know what attractive you, but you know what to change, I want you to decide. So each club must be able to say, okay, what really makes you to want to join our club? These are our social outings for when you are now in the for socials. Let's be honest with ourselves. When you are looking out for socials, something for the service. What do you if it's social, I don't mind them, it's okay. Want to bring them in. You have to practice in your club. That's not what we do. This is your service. Okay? So if you see what is attracting to our club, these are our meetings, these are projects, these are social media activities. Some folks are very good social media activities, and I really praise them. Because why you spend so much on press conferences and press releases and the brand news? With social media, you don't need to spend so much and you reach the whole world. So that's something that all platforms please do. If you copy your talk, put it on social media. If you stream, put it on social media. Don't be afraid of activities must be on the social media. But like Buhari said, it's the impact you make on the people that really won't make them want to join us or not join us. And social media really help us to spread those that you do. So please use social media. You see, public image and membership and service, they all go together. When you do your projects, publicize it. When you publicize it, some people would like to join you, so membership increases. But then you won't do social, you won't do projects. Clubs that don't do projects and wait for RFHE, they are like social clubs. You know there are some clubs, it's only during the Rotary Family Day that they do any project. Before there is all about okay to Rotary, 4-way test, correspondences, and that's it for the meetings. The clubs will carry out projects. But that's not where you wrote to help people. When you do that and then you put it on social media, then people will get to know what you're doing, and then membership will be increased. Now, guest evenings. There are calls that are very good with guest evenings. Calls like Falomon. Falomon is very good with guest evenings. Wonderful guest evenings. Or CNC, that one is Bagada's. No, Bagada is not Sato. It's Bagada. They're the experts in that. That I will recommend that to all clubs. When you hear they are doing it, please go there and learn. There's nothing wrong with copying. Copy stupidly, it doesn't matter. Copy without any shame. It's okay. The copy so I can also go back and replicate to your club. But that's what Bagada has used in the past 2 years to become mega club, a mega club. And all clubs must try and learn it. It's tasking, but there's nothing good that comes cheap or easy. Don't look for easy ways like most Nigerians don't. You really have to work for it. Yeah, you intentionally do that, but you are busy with your phone. Now, other public image activities, press conferences. Now, is your phone very inclusive and attractive? Or is it that when guests will come, you're always fighting? But you know what? What we have found out, one major reason why people join and leave club is club experience. If your club is not involved, inclusive, if your club is not meeting is not interesting, if it's always so toxic, always fighting, people are arguing, nobody wants to join such a place. So please clean up our hearts. We meet every week. Other NGOs don't do that. Even Lion that is the fullest road, they don't do it. So if you meet, if you leave your house, you leave your work, you leave your family to go for a meeting, then there's something you get something from. And that's how we must ensure that our meetings are really meaningful, so that our members will come and they'll be proud to bring others to join. It's very important, please. All of us must remember that.
Now, when a member joins you, what are the benefits that you gain from your club? Is it that you just come to spend money, and there's nothing to gain from it? Let's face it, we are not going to gain yet. Yes, it's true. But remember that Rotary started for networking among who? Where Rotary started?
Networking and also
network initially, service came later. So Rotary started as strictly for networking among professionals and lifelong relationships. It was Buhari that brought service and it nearly killed Rotary. Go and read the story. Even the original founders, a few of them left. So we came here for our businesses. We are not saying we have to start spending money to serve some people. And that was what it was when he was the president in the third year of Rotary that they had the first project, that's the toilet project. We added the service. We know what is happening. For networking and business. So we must think of what our members getting from this club for them to remain or bring more members. Now these are the ordinary strategy we use. Like we also I'm not sure whether you told this. Many people are not forgotten to this. It's important because that's only we can understand our environment. For us to expect us to include all professional leaders, all business people that are in the environment in our club. Our club is going to be a representative of our environment, of our immediate environment. And then we can bring that for the school at council. The most people don't do it, people don't do it. That's the best thing to do it. Get intervention, follow the law, each one bring one, keep one. That's what we do that every day, every year. The guy goes, okay, how many of us in this world don't have have ever worked with new members in their club? Hands up. The other. I've ever worked with new members. Thanks for being honest. So let me just approach. That have brought a new member to the club. Yes, every year we all say each one bring one. Just like just nice. Just what?
Nursery rhyme.
And the nursery rhyme. Each one bring one. But we really don't do it. Yeah, that's the way we can help our clubs. If they are really proud of the cause, we have to do the new member. So many of us, they're not really too happy. You do the prayer and see what they're doing in the water. So then you say, what to go to jail. So let's think about us. Let's be proud of our club. So you know, you can talk, when you feel like a man, you must revolutionize. You know, Buhari said it. There will be a revolutionary movement. There will be revolutionary movement. You must decide to change things, to rock things up to it. So that I can get people right. You don't keep going without having the people, I don't want now. And we need Nigeria. That's the video. And yet, you want the thing to change. If you don't change, I said it before. If you want to change, you have to change the system. You have to change the process. So please let us think about it. Social media postings, traditional media stories, and there are personal conduct and Rotarians. What people say are also one way. Most people don't much about it. But what do they do? What else usually they do? What that they see about us everywhere? Before we test. They will not know much about Rotary. But now our boys that will take everywhere they do. So the moment you say a Rotarian, they are very good with politics. Instinctively. But that's what you are saying, we believe in. Oh, she says she's a Rotarian. They took her politics to see what she's doing. So they are the first signpost for Rotary. They are the first advert post for Rotary. So when you hear this thing, ladies and gentlemen, please remember that you are representing their politics. You are representing one performing, and there are two are not there when you are doing what they're doing. And I'm going to judge everybody for what you do. So that's your reference bill, and they say they need politics. So how do they join us? If one week to flashes God will say. So for me, we are the major issue. We have to see how we fully provide our comportment, our behavior, our conduct with the politics in the world. Once we are, if you are not too sure, please move your feet. Don't step in the way a leader which is not right. Engagement. Now, that's the second part of it. Attract and retain. So we are going to it now. Before Omega comes and start harassing the time. Now, like I said, before, Rotary was just talking about retention. They never really went deep into how you retain the members. Then it's done on Rotary. Now, most members live in the first 2-3 years of being members. And they realize, why did they leave? Why did they leave in the first 2 years or 3 years of being members of Rotary? And the issue is, they get tired. They are in the club, what they're hearing is PP, AG, PAG, PDG, DES, all kinds of, what do you say again? DA and PAG, DLA, DTA, and the guy knows nothing. There is a shame of asking. Because the club don't conduct any trainings. So the members are as stupid as they came in about Rotary. So after a while, the man has been paying his dues. He says, this money I spent, I can go and spend on other things. And he takes a walk. That's the big walk. You don't really need anything. You don't know the way. You're just talking about it. You're just your own. And the other issue, the people like in the job, I personal, instead of what I'm doing here, the medical job progression. So the medical director of the one of the Lagos 26. We are in a program for 4 years. Now having treatment time. Now God has said, no, you guys, I think we do about 4 or 5 years. This person I think I'm in prayer. After 4 or 5 years. That is the person I'm feeling that I'm in prayer. Because this time I'm now someone knows it's about. Someone is like, don't do that for me. Put down. He says, those who are not in the world. Yeah, that's what it happens. It is true that I'm telling you. So this was a case there. Because many have to take part of it. Not just the scope, putting grammar and the course. They need to know that paying their dues, they need to be a part of it. So the engagement start from the way people speak at their meetings, and then start from the orientation. Most of us, we are going to the meeting for 6 times. We do for to be noted. Whether the guy has understood what it is, whether it is about the intention and relations, and you need to be meeting for 6 times. In some meetings, they are not important. And they are ready to know. They have the good in God. Never who is the vegetarian. A person of refuge, a person who has a source of livelihood, a person who has a not just the community. And who is willing to give the money. Then are we found out that before you say what we want? Not for them. And some of them are sense of shame. Mr. Salafi, you are doing for reduction. So what are you ready to do? Many government people for these times. Yes, this time because I like second case, because second case of my God. He's a big man in the road, I don't know 20,000 again. You can't find that. I will say, what you want to do? You say, I want to travel. Okay? You want to travel. Okay, you will travel. If you want to put your name down to the list for 20 years, second for about 20 years. It's a big man in the right. You have to go. Okay? They actually will travel now. And I can say, okay, I want to go for convention. Okay, go for this. This time, I need to give me this. It's not the biggest thing in this that we have mentioned. Now, we didn't send him out because he wants to travel. You only told him, okay, before we had to go and send the name to this people for 20 years as well. They are 20 years and they are watched you and you keep you that okay, you are the failure, you never let go. And fail. So, you need to be time to know what you really want from you. And again, I don't go to your family and you're doing your own days and inside your own days. Because when you put them to serve, and when you don't even have anything, you don't have anything, you just take them and that's so no regulation, no assimilation. The mentoring is poor in most schools. There is a past president, past assistant governor, you be mentor. No. The mentor should be a person of reputation itself. The basic skills communities have knowledge. Three things that I know that way to learn anybody. You must be a good example. You must be doing review. You must talk to business. You must have knowledge. When you give a good member to life, you use the member. So mentoring is key, and there's just sense that there's no matter about it. These people can really help mentor the new members. Regular trainings, I've mentioned that before, not for not really for the members. RLI is there to help you. Send your new members to RLI. They come and start fighting like in your phone. So they have knowledge. They don't allow you to start putting over their eyes. And that makes the cost stronger. Immediate responsibility for the members, let them have something to do. Let them have their say in your thoughts. You don't shout them down. Let them talk. And then after you go back and projects, that's important. You say want to go and commission prayer, only you do prayer. There's no good image. When you do the pictures, it doesn't speak well. The time you go and commission about 3 people, take them their your beans, your car, your memorabilia. And you do that picture and you send it out. That speaks volumes. But now when you are 60 in a club, you are commissioning a project, only 4 people are there. It doesn't help. You are just assuming that project and say you never did anything. So you are the ones who are showcasing yourselves that you have done this project. Then members should be there. So please encourage them to come. In my club in those days, I must go and do government in these days. After any commissioning, then we have Joko Agba. And that's the other city. So that means the chairman is in trouble. Because when they take us to a place where we sit down, have some things to eat and drink. He may campaign for fund among his friends, but must take us to somewhere. Because we have left our place of work, let them to come and commission. And he now must pay us back. It's a funny thing, but it also helps to fund us. And it still happens now. People like the other, they still do it. They force the young people to do it, whether they like it or not. You want to know one So, respect and tolerance for each other, please, is important. Let's respect ourselves. No what Buhari said again. I like quoting him because that's the owner of the thing. He says we all aim for fellowship and service. But what binds us is tolerance. We must tolerate each other. We have billionaires sitting with pensionaires, it doesn't matter. Understand each other. Tolerate each other. Listen to each other. Don't look down on anybody. Next. I forgot I'm doing it. Retention. When we're talking about how to get now retention. How well organized are your meetings are spoken? How educative are your meetings? How enjoyable and vibrant are your meetings? Do members have any takeaway after each meeting? Or is it all about routine grace and 4 weekends? Object of routine. Is that how they hear every time they come to meetings? Or are there speakers that tell them something new that they're going to learn from? How many minutes? How many? Tell me, Baba, but that's not, it's not true. Amaja, it's not true. So, when they go away, do they have something to take away from the meeting? Or is it that they just come empty and go back empty? So please, let design our meeting to be more meaningful. Then transparent leadership. As leaders, please, we all work for our money to come and serve. Run our money with some prudence and some morality in it. You make how many minutes? One. Okay, then rush me. So transparent leadership, impactful projects, bonding through social activities outside the club. How deep are the friendships formed in the club? Your friends should translate beyond the club. You shouldn't end in the club. Members' pride in the club increases better. Strategies. Each club must have a policy of orientation, regular trainings of both new and old members, good mentoring policy, verbal club experience, involvement of members in club affairs, strong bonding of members, transparent club administration. I repeat again, please let's be transparent. People have worked for their money, run into a place. Discourage tweeting. They are always be tweeting, but let it be positive. Don't be want to go and sit down somewhere and say, no, we won't agree, and get the club to scatter the meeting. Please, let's be positive. We all get to serve. Carry out the Bible and connect deeply with your communities. Resources are the resources. Somebody has mentioned club check. Somebody mentioned member satisfaction survey. Editing that I mentioned. These are resources. So our learning objectives again will go back to the beginning. I hope we have been able to fulfill our learning objectives. At the end of this session, all of us will know attract the appropriate members, how to engage and retain them, relation between engagement and retention, and our membership. Thanks so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank
you. Another moment with our past district governor, chair, district committee on membership. No one knows the business of membership more than he does at the moment. Thank you very much to our first facilitator. I can see one of our facilitators clapping in a very special way. I believe you are important, and I have a strong feeling, sir, Dr. Peter, I have it in my heart that some of the things you heard today got to you in a very special way. And I also have it in my heart, things that I have this prophetic ability. I know my district governor will not let you go without giving you a pin. So be prepared. You put a lot of these things into practice. I'm just prophesying. I do not have the powers, but I'm sure nobody will let you go from here, sir. These are some of those small things that people don't know. Thank you. Like they would always ask, sir, have you met before? Have you ever been to my office? So thank you very much. That was membership, attract and retain. We're going to be listening to more. The next is going to be very interesting because there are too many questions presidents do not have answers to. And the bulk of these questions bother around raising funds, especially for those big figures that when it has to do with Rotary Foundation. No better person will talk to us about that than a man who is considered as one of the highest donors to Rotary Foundation in Africa. A man who is a past district governor, leader par excellence, that has given so much to Rotary. Earlier it was announced that he donated $10,000 to Rotary Foundation, but many of us here do not know that he's AKS, which means he has committed over $250,000 to Rotary. He is a man that is very passionate about Rotary. So I'd like us to pay attention when we listen to him speak about Rotary Foundation strategies for fundraising. Fellow Rotarians, ladies and gentlemen, I present the past district governor, Jide Akeredolu. If you have questions for the first speaker, please put your questions. We're going to be taking all the questions together so that to save time. And after this, we're going to be going into a very special session. But first, let's listen to the man who knows Rotary Foundation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. District Governor, District Learning Facilitator, our District Governor. I think I missed the protocol, isn't it? Actually, I got it. District Governor nominee. Do you know how they do it in Rotary? You have to be the present and then the future and then the past. How many of you know that before now? Okay. That's how you follow protocol in Rotary. Fellow Rotarians, I'll be talking on a very big topic, which is the Rotary Foundation. And when they told me that they would join Rotary Foundation and then fundraising strategies, that will take about 3 hours. So I'm concentrating on talking about the Rotary Foundation, and that's what you have there on the screen. Rotary Foundation doing good in the world. And for you to understand the Rotary Foundation very well, you need to tell the story of the Rotary Foundation so that you can follow exactly how the Rotary Foundation came about. First, yes, you have the mission of the Rotary Foundation. The mission is to enable Rotarians to advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through the improvement of health, the support of education, and the alleviation of poverty. And then they added a new one, protecting the environment. You know, they are not talking about global warming and climate change and all the works, and that has now been added to the vision of the Rotary Foundation. But how did the Rotary Foundation come about? And that's the man, Archibald Cooper Plum. He is very glad to be the founder of the Rotary Foundation. And he was a charter member of Rotary Club of Seattle in the US in 1910. Rotary Club of Seattle was chartered in 1910, and he became president in 1913, and he became RI president in 1916. Very rapid. I wish they could have something like that now. And all the RI presidents grow very old and with gray hair before they even become district governors, let alone RI president. Was a very interesting chap, and he was credited during his valedictory service, valedictory speech in 1917, when he was about to hand over. He made a speech, and this is an excerpt of that speech, which is thought to be what founded what we now call, the beginning of the Rotary Foundation. He said, "We have called the attention of the organization this year to the possibility of a future endowment for Rotary. Carried on as we are, a miscellaneous community service, it seems eminently proper that we should accept endowments for the purpose of doing good in the world, in charitable, educational, and other avenues of community progress." That's just an excerpt on the sheet, and that was what is now credited to be what founded what we now call the Rotary Foundation. I'm sure when he was looking at it, he never knew that would be one of the biggest aspects of Rotary ever. And in fact, when you read his memoirs, he actually did not even mention the Rotary Foundation as one of his achievements, which was very, strange. Yes, I remember he mentioned that he was the one that brought out the creation of districts in Rotary. Before then, they were just all clubs and they were all mounted together. And then I think he also mentioned the creation of the European office, and that they had in Paris. I never even mentioned the Rotary Foundation, but this is what everybody now remembers him for. Now, I've listed a few things here at the time of how Rotary Foundation evolved into what it is now, today. In 1917, as I mentioned, just in the speech of Ash Plum, the Rotary Foundation was an endowment fund. And then in 1918, before donation of $26.50 from the Rotary Club of Kansas City, you'll be hearing a lot about $26.50 when you hear about the Rotary Foundation. And a lot of myths have grown from that $26.50. This was the story that we grew up with, that Rotary Club of Kansas City, because they were the hosts of the convention in 1918. So this was the balance after the event of what they had. And then asked, okay, they should donate it to what Ashclump mentioned the year before. But some of you who've been in Rotary for some time, if you were at the 2017 convention in Atlanta, that was the centenary of the Rotary Foundation, the Rotary Club of Kansas City had a booth there, and they actually now gave the true story about the origin of the $26.50. That's what actually happened, was that the delegation from Kansas City to Atlanta then was given $100 to buy some memento or some gifts for the outgoing RI president. So they bought it, and they had a change of $26.50. And being diligent Rotarians, when they came back to their club, and they now said, okay, this is the change from the $100 you gave us to buy. And the president said, well, I think there was something this man was talking about in the military speech. And I said, they remember, because we've already signed off for $100. So send the $26.50. And that is how the first donation to the Rotary Foundation came about. When you have something very important, a lot of stories, a lot of myths grow around it, and that tells you how significant the Rotary Foundation is now. But it was just growing slowly, and you can see in 1928, when it was now restructured, it was restructured during the Minneapolis Convention, they only had $5,000, a little bit more, since 2017. So very little contribution was going into it, but they decided to restructure it and now make it call it the Rotary Foundation. In 1930, the foundation made its first grant of $500 to the International Society of Crippled Children. When I say that, it tells me that Rotary has been coming in contact with polio for much earlier than when we thought it was. We all think about Rotary taking up polio in 1985, but that was the point, because these were polio victims, and they, have a society that takes care of them, and they had their first donation then. But another significant aspect of the growth of Rotary came in 1947 when Paul Harris died. A lot of emotion, swept through the whole world, and then donations were coming in to Atlanta, to Evanston, and they raised more than $2 million by the Rotary Foundation trustee chair then. And that's when the Rotary Foundation took off, and they were able to now start giving grants, big grants, and supporting a lot of projects all over the place. Now, these are the various areas you can contribute to when you want to contribute to the Rotary Foundation. The other programs fund, which is the popular one, that's what all of us know about, the Paul Harris Fellow, the ERI that you all do. When you contribute to ERI, or when you contribute to the you become a Paul Harris Fellow, you will have contributed to the annual programs fund. The annual programs fund is money is collected, it is actually invested for 3 years, and then it's now brought out and spent as grants. But that template, that's the template for the Rotary Foundation for spending contributions. When contributions come in, it is invested so that the little investment that comes into that, they use it to run the organization. And then at the end of the 3-year cycle, the money is brought out and now spent as grants. But that template immediately brought out a problem because they found out that they have a lot of ongoing projects that go on that need to be funded year in, year out. If by chance there's a shortfall in contributions in 1 year, you know the Rotary Foundation will have problems in 3 years' time. And so that is what made them to create what they call the endowment fund. It was originally called the permanent fund. The endowment fund, you contribute to it just like you contribute to the other programs fund. But when you want to take money from the endowment fund, you are only allowed to take the interest alone, not the whole sum, so that you always have the principal amount being retained. There are some years they don't even touch it. If a lot of money came in to the annual program fund, they don't touch it. But sometimes when there's a shortfall, they just know that they have that interest that they can claim off and use to support the annual program fund. And in that way, the annual program fund ensures stability of the Rotary Foundation so that they can have projects that are going on worldwide for years on end, knowing that even though they don't have enough money this year, their projects will not suffer. The Polio Plus Fund, the money goes directly to the Polio Plus, to the polio eradication program. And then you then have this direct project funding. Now, if you, for example, have a global grant that you are doing in your club and you want to support it by giving money to the foundation, you can actually give money directly to the foundation. So it doesn't go into the World Fund and then go through the investment cycle. You just need to give them the global grant number and say, yes, I want to support this global grant. It has to be a project that is being processed as a global grant. And you can fund it. You will still get your PHF, you still get your major donor, you still get everything. But you can go directly to your club's project. So that is a new way that many people are allowed to support the Rotary Foundation and support their own specific project, in the same way. Now, we all know all these pins. This is the pins you use to recognize donors to the Rotary Foundation. That is the basic PHF pin. How many people are PHFs and above here? Oh, that's not a social one. Thank you for supporting the Rotary Foundation. And but they are very Harris fellows and they are Harris fellows. That is the way I put it. They are minor ones. If you contribute an extra $1,000, you have a sapphire that is added to your own pin. You added $2,000, you have 2 sapphires, 3 sapphires, 4 sapphires, 5, and then 1 ruby, 2 ruby, 3 rubies that you can add on. So when somebody says is harassing you with his own pin, you look at it very well. Which one is your? Is this the yaka? Or a better PHF one? Who has a PHF pin with sapphires on it? Yeah, so that you will say, yes, my own is a superior PHF compared with your own. But that is how you grade various PHF levels. But when you go, okay, yes, that is for the endowment fund. The endowment fund now, we call those who contribute to the endowment fund benefactors, not Paul Harris fellows. They are benefactors. And you get this attachment, which you can attach to your PHF pin or to an ordinary rotary pin. Yeah. And so you occasionally see people put their PHF pin and they have that attachment going. So you know they are both for Harris fellows and benefactors. Also, together. Now the next fund, the Polio Plus Fund, is all fund that is just spent directly for the polio eradication program. Now for the big boys. So you have, if your contribution either to the annual program fund or to the endowment fund or the polio or direct polio fund, once the total amount reaches $10,000, you become what we call a major donor. And a major donor, there are also various levels of major donor recognition. With 1 sapphire, you are level 1. With 2 sapphire, you are level 2. That's 25,000 and above to 50,000. And level 3 is 50,000 to 100,000. And level 4 is 100,000 to 500. They don't do level 5 and level 6 anymore. So it stops at level 4. Now you also have a unique way of contributing to the Rotary Foundation. It's not very popular here because we don't do wills. We think we will live forever, and because in this you actually mention the Rotary Foundation, or you give them something in your will, so that the money does not get to the Rotary Foundation at the time you pass away. And so if you put the Rotary Foundation in your will for an amount $10,000 or above, and you can send a note to them that you have mentioned them in your will. Okay, maybe that property, you give it. They come and they value it, and when the value is more than $10,000, you become a member of the bequest society. So many of those with properties, the one you give, maybe you give the one in Surulere to your wife, you give the one in Banana Island to your side chick, and the one in Ikoyi, usually the side chick get better properties than the wife. But why you giving them the Rotary Foundation? You just mention it, and it can be anything. It can be, cash, it can be property, it can be bonds, it can be shares. You just give. But another innovative way people give to the bequest society or become members of the bequest society is to have a life insurance, a whole life insurance, in which you name the Rotary Foundation as the beneficiary, and so that when at least the sum assured should be at least $10,000. So that when you pass away or the money matures, $10,000 will go to the Rotary Foundation. And there are quite a few people I know in this district that have actually done that one. They just have their life insurance and change the beneficiary to the Rotary Foundation, and they let the Rotary Foundation know, and they will become members of the bequest society. Now the Ascom Society, that is the pinnacle of the recognition you have for the Rotary Foundation. Those who have contributed in the sum of 250,000 and above are named as members of the Ascom Society. Yes, you have an elaborate ceremony. You have your picture engraved in glass and with a light shining behind it. Many of you have been to embassy. We go to the 17th floor, you will see all the members, pictures there. And it's really quite, a very beautiful thing. And they have that desk. It's brought to the convention every time so that people can see all the members of the Ascom Society on that convention. But this is at the 17th floor of the Rotary Center in Emerson. The Rotary Center, not the one in Ikeja. The Rotary Center in Emerson in Chicago. Okay, that's me about 2014 when I joined the Ascom Society. That's what yes, there are also various levels of Ascom Society members. So if your contribution gets now gets to 500,000, you now go to the chair cycle of the Club Society. And when it goes above 1 million, you are now in the foundation circle. There's one member on the foundation circle of the Club Society in Nigeria, that's Sai Mekao. Have you heard about his name? Yes. He has contributed $1 million to the Rotary Foundation. Now, every Rotarian every year, this is the bare minimum that the Rotary Foundation expects every Rotarian to contribute, $100. And you're surprised how few, people, because this is what makes you a real Rotarian. It's not a compulsory dues that you pay. We all know that if you don't pay your dues, you are chucked out of Rotary immediately. But if you'll be able to do better than that, that's what makes you a real Rotarian. Pay $100 every year, and before you know it, you become a Paul Harris Fellow. So it's the bare minimum that Rotary expects every member to contribute every year. And these are the various individual recognitions. You should be able to have yourself in one of those lists. Rotary Foundation sustaining members, those are people who pay every. We call them sustaining members. And benefactor, we'll talk about that. Those are for people who contribute to the endowment fund. Paul Harris Fellow, multiple Paul Harris Fellows with various sapphires and rubies. A Paul Harris Society member. You are a member of the Paul Harris Society where you contribute at least $1,000 to the Rotary Foundation every year. So they are an elite group of Rotarians who are members of the Paul Harris Society. The Bequest Society here, those who have contributed $10,000 in their will or their insurance fund, the major donor, and the Ash Club Society. Now that's individual recognition. These are club recognitions. So you should aspire that your club should be at least one of those. 100% Paul Harris Fellow, those who the average contribution that they have should be at least $1,000 per member, with each member contributing at least a quarter of that. The same thing with the Paul Harris Society. Every member is contributing $1,000 to the Rotary. I know of clubs in this district or 9111 where they will not even accept you as a member unless you have contributed $1,000 to the foundation. So that cements the fact that all their members will be Paul Harris Fellows all the time. But in some clubs, you barely pay the admission fee and you become a project associate club yourself. Now we've talked about raising the money. How is the money spent? They have a structure, a very elaborate structure to disburse the funds of the Rotary Foundation. A board of trustees manages the business of the foundation led by the trustee chair. The Rotary International President-elect nominates the trustees who are elected by the Rotary International Board of Directors. Trustee chair serves for 1 year and the trustee serves for 4 years. We have a trustee member, Edigi Okoro, from 9141, and the present Rotary Foundation trustee chair, Ojak Nak, is coming into Nigeria on 1st of November. Yeah, that's right. To actually visit the projects we are doing. That tells you how important the Rotary Foundation takes Nigeria. We are the biggest donors to the Rotary Foundation in Africa, by a wide margin. All the money donated to the foundation are invested in various high-yielding ventures like stocks, bonds, real estate, etc., as advised by the trustees for a period of 3 years. And after 3 years, the fund becomes available for disbursements as grants, just like I explained. And how does the money go? The annual programs fund, the money that comes out of the annual fund, is actually divided into two. And half stays in Evanston as what they call the World Fund. And another half is sent back to the district where the money was originally contributed 3 years ago as DDF. You will hear about DDF, in your journey through Rotary, about district designated fund. That is money that is sent to the district governor for him to spend the way he likes, because he knows what obtains on the ground. He's the closest to the clubs in the district, and as the RI officer, the money is sent to him, and he disperses it. It used to be 50%, it's now 45%. They've snitched 5% out of it because they've discovered the cost of running it. When the further becomes so big, you have accountants, you have auditors, you have investment managers, and so on and so forth. So it's become a costly fund to run. So they have to take 5% from each one, the wall fund and the district designated fund, so that they use that one to run the club. But for you to understand it, just take it that the money that comes out is just divided into two. And one half stays with RI and the other half comes back to the district. And then the endowment fund, just like I said, only the interest is taken out. And it's not every year that they take it out. And there are some years they don't need it because they have enough funds in the other program fund. And the Polio Plus fund is spent directly for the polio eradication program. And then, how does the money go? In form of district grants. District grants are for small projects, and it's handled at the district level. There's no club that should not be able to get a district, and the requirements are so easy. You just need to attend a grant management seminar, and you sign a memorandum of understanding. That memorandum of understanding is very, very critical, because after you've attended the seminar, they tell you all the do's and don'ts about how to handle donors' funds, and because they don't have mercy on any club that mismanages donors' funds. So okay. How many minutes? Okay, that's right. I will run through. District grants, you have it very simple, and then global grants, those are about big projects, 30,000 or above, and then you have scale grants. That's a new grant in which you are given $2 million. If you've been doing the global grants on a particular topic regularly, and you can demonstrate that you can scale it up to a national level, and you have the infrastructure, obviously the government participation and participation of other donor agencies will be able to. And any person that gets it, usually you get another $3 million from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So you have $5 million to do your project. But they give only one every year, and it's very competitive. But it's done online, and we have one by Nigeria already. And then disaster relief grants. Those are simple grants that you can have. If you have any disaster in your area, just inform the Rotary Foundation. They will send you $35,000. I remember when there was COVID, I was in it then, and we applied for it. It's within a week, the check came through. And so you can't manufacture a disaster. It should be in the news anyway. So it's, you can't just say, yeah, this disaster, this flood, this earthquake, or something like that is there, and you can get the district grant. Those are the global grants. Those are the differences between global grants and district grants. I'll just breeze through. To qualify a club, you need to sign an MOU, send at least one member to the seminar, have a dedicated account, and these are the guidelines. You can go through them before, and I don't have time for that now. Restrictions, you cannot use it to deploy against any group. Support religious foundation, serve as a contribution. And the next one is that number 6. Do you know some people get global grant money, and then they don't do the project again, they go and use it to make themselves PHF. And when they catch them, they now say, we didn't see the money. It's foundation to foundation. The foundation. And there was a club in India that was discovered. Obviously, their PHF was cancelled. And the money was taken back from there. So you have to use it for a project that is one. That's an interesting one. And those are the other things. Yes, you don't need to have that one. Yeah, the charity navigator. These are those slides because now you've all heard about the charity navigator, but that's the organization that monitors charities to know whether you are really having an impact and how scrupulous you are, your accountability, your transparency, and so on and so forth. And they have ways of measuring very, very scrupulous analysis of your books. And then they give you either 1 star or 2 star or 3 star or 4 star rating. And I don't know of any organization in Nigeria that has even 1 star rating, but they have 0 stars. You know. But to tell you how difficult it is, the American Red Cross, the American Red Cross in the United States has never been able to get above 3 star rating. Ever. They've tried, and they struggle, they don't go above 3 star rating. But the Rotary Foundation has got a 3 star rating as at last week. We got our 17th continuous 4 star rating. 4 star rating back to back for the last 17 years, 4 star rating. And that's something you can use to market the Rotary Foundation, that this is a very transparent organization. And if you want your money to go to where you want it, please donate to the Rotary Foundation. And those are the areas of focus. I think you all know about that one. And what's that? Please complete resolution. What's this? Yeah, I want you. What is that one? What about that? What about this? This one. And that one. Okay, let it pass. Thank you very much.
I just reached out to my account officer. I think I'll be making my donations. I'll do AKS after this meeting. But I need to check my accounts to see what's in it. Because I think you should also do the same. Any problems anywhere there? Come again? Nothing in the account. The spirit is willing. The flesh is weak. Well, life will move on and Rotary will go on. A very big thank you to Past District Governor Jide Akeredolu for that beautiful. And I want to assure you that after this, the resource materials, the slides, will be shared on the district platform for us to be able to assess. Because some of these informations we have here, can be very useful, especially for clubs that look forward to growing in areas of Rotary Foundation participation. Thank you very much, sir. It's actually beautiful to know that with the things that we do here in Rotary, where we touch lives without even getting to know those persons, agencies that regulate these things also appreciate the efforts that we're making, and we have such beautiful rating that places a lot of persons having confidence in what we do as Rotarians. Thank you very much. Very quickly before we go on, I recognize the presence of the #1 citizen amongst the Rotaractors, the DRR Rotarian, Ismail Atitabi. Thank you very much for joining us. Good to have you, DRR. Thank you. And I don't know if any other person walked in. Thank you very much. And good to have you. The next, we've been sitting for too long. We're going to have take a Rotary song. We'll take a Rotary song and then we'll have our tea break. This is just to lighten the mood here very quickly. So we're going to take a song and we're going to try something very new. Coincidentally, I am the chairman of the district committee for SAA, and like some clubs do it, we're going to have the Rotary song. SAA, thank you, it's important. Sergeant at Arms. That's what it is. And I'm sure every club has Sergeant at Arms. So we're going to stand and we're going to donate the song. But we're going to do something before we stand up. We're going to do something we've not been doing before. It's actually a test run. We donate songs in clubs. For those of us who are Rotarians, it's a free will thing. We donate songs and we support the donation of songs in clubs. So I picked the song, but I need help. I'll just walk up to very few Rotarians who would help in donating a song. Is the president of Rotary Club Revolution Lagos here? President Rotary Club Revolution Lagos? Thank you. Please be outstanding, sir. Please, you'll be supporting this song donation very quickly. We want to do this in 5 minutes. Is that token you're giving, sir?
I'll support the song with 10,000.
10,000 naira. Thank you very much. Okay, this is free and nobody's compelled to donate. All right. Any other president who would like to show some support for the song? Mike, is sharing out. You love to support things like this. You want to say anything or two?
A donation of 5,000.
5,000 naira for the song. Thank you very much. And then it's diversity, equity, and inclusion. My sister, would you want to support the song? I'll support with 5,000. 5,000 naira. Thank you. All right. This is a little token we'll be going into the district's accounts and contribution as a committee, and we're trying to test run this to see if it works for district functions. All right. So, who else could I pencil down? Is the president, the past president of the Rotary Club of Rural Metro, Rotary. I'm fine, sir. Good. Support the song, try to lighten up the mood. No, I'll tell you, he needs money to pick his song, but we'll go to that. 5,000 naira very quickly. And then, I know you get angry if I don't come to you. Will be sharing notes, we know. So please, I don't want you counting that for me. 10,000 naira very quickly. All right. Any other person who wishes to support, just call on our attention and you'll be able to support. The president is Rural Metro. The team is role by role, please. Sorry. What about Rural Metro? Call it from there. 5,000 naira. 5,000. That's the balance suits. All right. So for the team break, a member of the committee with Kamal will guide us as we go. Please, fellow Rotarians, let's be upstanding as we take one of the most beautiful. Come again, sir. Yes, there's the next thing later. So please, we apologize if this took us by surprise. It's the district SAA committee. We're just trying to see how we can bring it to make a bit more sense. The man standing here is the current president of his club, or he is a member of the district committee. Say one or two things in 2 sentences about the committee you belong to. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, like my chairman has said, SA committee is very important committee in the district and in the clubs. As you rightly know, we are Sergeant Adams, our major purpose is to make money for the club. So I'm here now to make money for the district.
Apart from money, it's to maintain decorum. But then we know that maintaining decorum in clubs, smart things will come out. Thank you very much. Yes. Yes, we share the account detail we're supposed to use is supposed to be expressly approved by the district. So please, that's why we're encouraging cash donations. Moving forward, everything about SA donations at district events will be from designated accounts. No, this is not this man. If you see, I'm scared that the DG will soon fire me, so I needed to do something very big. So thank you very much for your support. The first row is going. We'll continue the second row, but please let's be outstanding as we take one of the best Rotary songs ever. Please turn to page. Please turn to page page 18. Please give yourself some space. You need space for this song, adequate space. And the song is Rotary is Good. Are we there? Are we there? Please, you are not allowed to sing this song sitting or staying in one place. This song will move you around. Please, and if you are not wearing a smile, SAO will visit you. No, just within your space. Just where you are, make sure you are not stiff to one corner. So from page 18, the song goes la 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 la. Let's go. Rotary the way to be, only the refuge. Speaking the truth, always better and light to tell. Give me your hands, my friend. Rotary is good. Two. Rotary the way to be. A fellow full of smiles, friendly and fair, but very bright and big, no matter where we be. Give me your hands, my friend. Rotary is good. Three. Rotary the way to be. Only the weak will start. We can get to building goodwill and love among friends and good. Give me your hands, my friend. Rotary is good. Rotary the way to be. One of integrity, serving with love. Walking for peace always, like no other. Give me your hands, my friend. Rotary is good. Rotary the way to be. A leader of action and good vision. Building futures like beneficial to all. Give me your hands, my friend. Rotary is good. Thank you very much. Please let's be seated. I appreciate you all. Please, the tea break is in lines. Yes. Very especially, I would like to appreciate those that have supported the song donation. Reverend Prince Henry Obieno, President Rotary Club of Revolution Lagos. Reverend Mike Ademoye, President Rotary Club of Ishari North. Reverend Lucinda Bofia, thank you very much. Reverend Alex Ekan, President Rotary Club of Royal Metro. Reverend Kuna for IPPA, Rotary Club of Royal Metro, and of course, Reverend Afan of the Rotary Club of Ishari North. Your contributions are well appreciated. Thank you. So we'll quit with the tea break. When we come back, you will have time to listen to Understanding and Nurturing Your Mental Well-Being by Dr. Peter and David Bino. Thank you.
Yes.